Hey there, guys. Again, we have a totally normal stream here for you. This is again a completely normal stream here. We have a very normal stream going on here. Totally normal. Nothing strange about this at all. This is very normal. Wearing this and streaming, you know, just like a big thing right on your face. That's normal. And then streaming with it, it's normal to do that. So we're gonna go ahead and just sit here and do a totally normal stream. You know, because this is again what other streamers that do totally normal streams wear. So, you know, since that's, you know, like what people do, that's what you do, you know. I guess we better get with the program, you know, because, I don't know, this is how you do a normal stream. Right like this. Something covering the face. You know. It's completely normal. Totally normal stream here. Totally normal. Again, streamers wear stuff like this to do normal streams, you know? So we're just getting with the program here. That you know, it's totally normal to wear something, just this giant thing on your face and stream. So yeah. Oh, again, I want to remind you guys. Again, my personal opinion, and this is just me, we want to remember that Trump has won the election. You know, regardless of our opinions, doesn't change anything. So, try not to make yourself too crazy thinking about it. He has won the election. Accept it. Move on. At least try, you know. And this is my opinion. I just want you guys to reassure you guys that I don't have any bitterness or anything like that. I'm wishing him well. I hope that he does things that I want to see a president do. That's all. Really, really truthfully. And it's the same tone I took the first time, too. I said, let's give him a chance. So, I will say it again. Well, you guys elected him. We'll give him a chance, you know? I mean, like, that's... You have to. It is what it is. You have to. He's gonna be the president. But anyway, totally normal stream. You know, you just... Streamers, they wear just a giant thing on their face when they stream. So, you know, yeah, we gotta do it too. It's totally normal to do that. Completely normal to do that. So, that's what we're doing. Maybe I should, like... Maybe I should, like, get a top knot, you know, like a little man bun, and then I'll just complete the ensemble, right? All of these things are normal. You know, wearing this, So, I'll bet you guys think like I don't watch, I pay attention. I really do. This is why I know all about it. I Yeah, I do watch him speak. I do watch what he says. I do my research, my due diligence. I look things up. When he says things, I go and I look up everything that he says and stuff like that. Because I think it's important to stay informed. Part of why I have trouble with it is just that, like, even when he won, what you have to realize is that, like, he didn't really kind of tell me anything about what he was going to do even after he won. He just sort of said a general idea of what he thinks is going to happen, I guess, based on, I don't know. But, like, that's the point. Like, we don't know what it's based on. So, like, he just sort of said the great, we're gonna, bring about a new golden age or something like that, It's like, oh, okay, that doesn't really tell me how or what the plan is or anything like that. And then he just sort of kind of started talking about how terrible the Democrats are again and stuff like that. And, like, I don't know, like, I just, at a certain point, I want him to actually, like, tell me his idea more specifically, if there is said idea. That's all. Like, if he really truthfully has these ideas, please explain to me very technically what they are. I would love to hear it. I really would. I'm not being sarcastic. I really honestly would love him to explain very technically to me what he plans to do. Because I can promise you he'll do anything but that, and he'll avoid it, because there isn't one. That's my point with him, and I just, he puts everything in a pretty package, and that's fine. Like, again, I'm still going to give him a chance. As you guys voted him in, I have to, I don't really have a choice. I have to give him a chance. He is going to be the president. So, like, just, like, remember, I'm just trying to state my opinion here and why I feel the way I do. That's all. We're still just talking about, like, why I disagree with Trump, but then also accepting responsibly that he did win the election and that we need to fairly give him a chance. If he does good things, if he does help, I will recognize that and say it. But the point is, like, I'm not going to give that to him unless he does earn it. Like, that's what I'm trying to like, reassure you guys. Like, that's generally where I come from. And so, like, even now, I'm still going to give him that chance, even though, like, this is how I've always graded him, based on literally what I've seen him do, and, like look up and stuff like that. I look it up and all that. So he again, like, as he won the election, I was waiting for him to tell me, like, all right, great, all right, he won. Now let's hear him out and hear what he's going to say, and I'll give him credit. He thanked the Democrats for increasing the Secret Service spending. I'll give him credit for that. That was really nice of him to say. And he threatened Iran, yada yada yada. I just, after that, he just did what he normally does and started going off on a tangent about how terrible the Democrats are. Started, like, just talking about them, and it's like, okay, can you please just move on to telling us very technically what you plan to do with the country? I really want you to inform us, please. Like, I'm actually genuinely wanting this. That's why it's just so infuriating. Like, I want to be informed by him, and he never would. You understand, like, what I mean is, like, and then I would watch the briefings when he was president before, like, where he would have, like, people, like, specifically hired, like Sean Spicer and stuff like that, specifically hired to brief us. And flat out, Sean Spicer was actually just hired to kind of lie. I'm not making that up. Like, he really just lied. Because you go look up what he said, because like it doesn't sound right, and then you go look it up, and it's like flat out not. And he got tired of it, and then eventually didn't lie the one time that Trump told him to, and he got fired after that. And so like it's just, I'm being honest with you guys. I'm not making this stuff up. I just want him to be honest so I can be informed. Even if his heart is in the right spot and he doesn't care that much, he doesn't really want to tell people, I at least want him to inform us of what's going on. I think that's fair. We deserve that. And that's just how I feel. And you know, case in point with the war in Ukraine and stuff like that, we've had that military briefing pretty constantly coming from the Biden administration, and I'm gonna miss that, because we probably won't get that because Trump doesn't like that stuff. He doesn't really seem to want to do that. So like that kind of worries me. Like that it just always seemed like he, again, wouldn't be honest. He would just kind of make up a bunch of stuff and then just start talking how the Democrats are terrible and yada yada yada. It's just like, can you tell me what you're gonna do to help the country now, please? And then like I wanted something to happen day one. I did. I was looking at all the executive orders that he did. Truthfully, I was really looking for something that was actually beneficial, but all the executive orders, all they did was get rid of a bunch of stuff. He got rid of the Environmental Protection Agency. He stopped the funding for that. He defunded a whole bunch of economic stimulus organizations that had like Obama's name attached to them. Like just a bunch of stuff like that. Like where it was like organizations to stimulate the economy and things like that. And then like it was just kind of obvious because like it said Obama. So like he just kind of got rid of it day one. So it was like, okay, I didn't really care for that, obviously. So like moving forward, day one, I didn't like what he was doing already. But all right, so I still gave him a chance. And like he just, again, like all the crazy tweets and just how he kind of acts when he's caught in that, you know, that lie where he's, you know, oh, I didn't say that. You know, like he says something, but then later that day, he takes it back. And it's just all the time. I truthfully can't get over that. Like, I want to be informed, man. Why does he do that? So, I don't know. Like, that's where I come from with him. I hope you guys understand. Like, I really just want an honest president. I want him to be forthright with us about his ethics. That's it. I'll be honest, he did completely say to us that he's gonna bomb some cities in Iran if they threaten us or do something or something like that. He actually did say that, so at least that's pretty honest about what he plans to do there. I'll be honest that, okay, at least he told us. There we go. We know now. You know? So, at least there was that. But like, yeah, I don't necessarily, I'm not necessarily jumping on board with him doing that either, because that arguably is closer to that whole war thing, but, whatever, you know, at least that's the point. At least that's him at least saying what he's planning to do. Before, all he sort of kind of did was, remember the thing where he made the remark about how he's going to respond with fire and fury and, quite frankly, a force of which they've never seen, or something like kind of like that. And it's kind of like, I see how that might sound scary, but like at the same time, like, I don't know that it really is, because it doesn't necessarily mean, like, what does it mean? So like, I don't know. I guess maybe if you're North Korea and America's saying it, all right, yeah, that does kind of make sense. Like, it doesn't really matter, I guess, because it's America saying it in North Korea. So like, I guess it wouldn't really matter, to be perfectly honest with you. But at the same time, I want a more concise response from my end of things, of essentially what he would actually do. Because I don't want him to like nuke North Korea or anything. Like I would really love to know if he planned to do that. Nobody wants that, right? Like that's the last thing we want is anything getting nuked. Not that should never ever be in the equation. Seems fair to me. There is a level of transparency that you can come across to inform the population, but not too much to keep divulge state affair and such. Yeah. I agree with that for sure. Like, obviously, you're always gonna have a certain amount of like generalization to what you say, because then that doesn't, like, that's why you generalize, so that way you can inform. But then also you're skipping the gory details they don't want to necessarily hear. Does that make sense? You can still do that in an inform generally. But yeah, like in his defense, for sure, like there's times where he's gonna do that for sure. Again, he has day one. He's always gonna have my support, because if you guys elect him, you guys elect him. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm still gonna say, all right, he's gonna get a clean slate, because we have to move forward somehow. So let's just hope that, like, you know, he actually kind of realizes he needs to inform and try to, you know, do some stuff to actually help out. I would love that, and for him to be more vigilant with some of the things going on with Republicans in Senate, where they're trying to pass things that are actually going to hurt you guys. Because that's what's going on right now with like the economy and stuff like that. Like, yeah, man, some of that stuff, they really just, it's really messed up how they write it. So if he's more vigilant about that, it's possible he could develop some sort of rapport with JD Vance in that respect, and that would be great. That would be a great way for him to bridge that gap, I think, with JD Vance being like the new vice president and stuff like that. That would possibly help to bridge that gap between him and other Republicans, maybe. But you know, like for example, like he really didn't. Him and Pence didn't really see eye to eye on everything. I guess you guys know, of course, and it just, there was other ones. There's obviously plenty of other Republicans that didn't. Plenty of other military people that didn't. So like, there are a lot of kind of reasonable thinkers, people that just don't tolerate the sort of drama BS, they just don't really feel like they have time for it. And that's kind of where I am with Trump, is like, I really don't understand why he feels the need to have so much time for drama. Like why is his message to wear some sort of safety vest thing with reflectors on it? Like, why is everything a costume? Why is it a TV show? Why are his voters fans instead of voters? Like, he just... It's like instead of being a president, he wants to sell himself as the most important man ever. And like that's just how it feels. It feels like it doesn't matter how high he climbs, it's never going to be enough. He wants more. He wants like to be just the most important man ever. And like, I get that. I understand that, because like when you when you have that kind of name, like him, like he's the only one that could know, essentially that you just want more. It's almost like he would probably be addicted to that. So Musk probably understands a little bit, but like, it can be destructive to others, obviously. So yeah, I want him to be obviously more responsible with the information so that we can be informed, because I mean, you guys elected him, right? I want you to please, if there's one thing that you can do for your country, not for you, not for him, for the next generation. If there's one thing you can do, you can pay attention, not to him, but to information while he's in office. You can try to inform yourself a bit more. Don't listen to Fox, because there's so much time that Fox sits there and lies for him too. Like, I really can't believe they do it so much. I'm being honest with you. I'm not making that up. They really do sit there and do that. I don't know how they get away with it. With as big of a network as they are, I'm being honest with you guys. It really is what they do. They just sit there and they make excuses for it. I really just don't understand how they get away with it. But I digress on that. Please, just try to, if you do this for the next generation. Inform yourselves, please, because what if you're wrong? And like, he's the master of disguise. He's the ultimate con artist. What if you're wrong? What if, there's copycats? Maybe he is good. All right, so maybe he does fine, and maybe then there's a copycat, but then he's bad. He's not so good. Maybe there's that. Like the point is, the type of person that he is and the way he goes about it isn't the way it should be done. So, do you kind of agree? Like, if anybody else did it, would you vote for him? Said the things that he said, did the things that he did, painted their face really orange. Like that should be really weird, the fact that he does that. It really kind of should. I feel like it should be as weird as this. Like, just seeing it all the time like that. Like, why wouldn't he want to look kind of more normal? Yeah, like everyday people. I don't know, like I would. I'm just being honest. Like, just my opinion. Again, he has my support. Yeah, he won the election. He has my support. I mean, I didn't support him, but now that he won, he has it. Because I want to give him a clean slate and give him a chance. But again, we will grade him fairly. Please, grade him fairly. Don't let him get away with stuff. Please. If not for me, not for you, for the next generation. If that happens. I'm just saying if. Again, I'm giving him a fair chance. Again, like, in recent like times when he's been talking again after the win and stuff like that, when I was waiting for him to sort of go into, how he's going to help and stuff like that, he sort of kind of didn't again. He sort of said like a really general thing, like he always kind of does, and then started talking about like how terrible Democrats are and stuff like that. Like, we get it. He thinks the Democrats are terrible. Okay. Can he tell me? Can he tell me what he's gonna do? Like, this is what I was talking about earlier. I know I've already said it. I just, that's how I feel, and the more I think about it, the more, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm gonna read you. I'm gonna catch up to your messages when I was ranting. I had, you know what I mean? Like, you get like a line, like a thought, like a line of thought, and you just have to, keep talking so you don't lose it. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Got to pay attention before jumping to conclusion. Yep, for sure. Yeah. Here's the issue. Um, Basic understanding of government. I think just sort of kind of like I distinctly remember so many years being at like the DMV and people like yelling at the person behind the counter because they're angry about a policy the government has. Like, the employee has nothing to do with the laws and the governments and like nothing. Yet this person at the DMV is screaming at the employee like they do. They're just so mad at the employee. That's what I think of every time somebody just like points the finger and yells at a Democrat. It's like, this Democrat is literally just doing a job. And you didn't look this up. You didn't really, you just heard that the Democrat was doing this, and so you just jumped on board. Like that's like it just kind of, basic understanding of government is going to be so important, and there's not enough education. Like, does anybody remember having that in school? Like learning how governments work and function? Does anybody remember the terminology? Does anybody remember anything about it in school? Anybody? I'm sure you remember all kinds of stuff about history and Abraham Lincoln and the Renaissance and shit like that. Do you remember anything about anything you learned about government? Oh, wait. I'm being absolutely honest. I'd love to hear if anybody did and remembers it. I'd actually be interested. If you did, great. I'd love to hear that. I just think that there's a lot of folks, they start to forget things. Now, it's not like you didn't learn it. It's that what you remember is very, very minimum and skeleton-like compared to the whole picture. Alright, so for example, alright, I used to be a martial arts instructor. Okay. I learned my forms, the series of movements that you teach so that other students can learn the movements and then eventually learn techniques so that they can do it in a fight and be able to do a whole bunch in a row. Basically, the idea is to teach muscle memory. That's point forms, katas, whatever, okay? So, anyway, when I was a martial arts instructor, I used to have this issue where, like, I would definitively have one way I would teach all the forms to everyone. Nobody's learning a different form, you know, or anything like that. There is one way I'm teaching that the first time I show it to you, and you know, basically, it comes down to me expressing the importance of going over this enough times, and practicing this at home and stuff like that, because no lie, this is exactly what would happen. They would come back into class and they would swear up and down it was this way and not the way I'm showing it to them. It's like I didn't like suddenly change the like I didn't like imagine, you know what I mean? Like they remembered most of it, but like there'll be like one thing, they'd be like they're swearing up and down, and then I'd like just ask somebody in the class to, I'd like call somebody in the class to come over. I'd be like, go ahead and show me a short form this one or something like that, and then they'd start going through it, and I'd see the other student kind of like put his head down, like, okay, point made. You know what I mean? Like, I just call another student to come over and demonstrate the form, and he just goes through it with the part I showed. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that point made. So, I mean, the point is, what people remember versus what they think they remember is totally different. And truthfully, maybe when you first learned it, you only even got a frickin' B or a C. So you didn't even really learn it, right? Yeah, like, come on. And it's bare minimum, too. This should be so important. Yeah, I mean, like, we all have the right to vote, so why don't we all have the right to being educated enough to do that? Yeah. And I actually feel bad that, like, man, because there's so many people out there that truthfully they're voting so wrong for what they actually want and believe in. So wrong. There's so many people that they're being fooled. And they'd be so mad if they knew. Like, it would be everything to them. Like, they'd be devastated. And there's so many of them that like, you get it. You get it. They've been, I mean, the Republicans have done this before. They're masters at this. But Trump specifically, totally normal stream. Yeah, streamers wear this. This is, you know, they wear big things on their faces. It's totally normal for them to do that and stream. That's a normal. Yeah, I mean, like, I just figured I'd get with the program, you know. Yeah, like, if you wear something on your face like this when you stream, you are, like, super cool, man. At least there's no hiccups. From what? Hiccup. 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 What sound do you make for hiccup? Like that. Is that a hiccup sound? Oh, there we go. That was pretty good, right? Is that a good hiccup? Is that a good fake hiccup? I'm gonna give myself hiccups. That's how that works, you know. It's literally how that works. Oh yeah. No, that's already happened. They know about it. Yeah. Is that a good one? Is that a good fake hiccup? I'm like super thirsty now. I should have switched to Sprite. I don't know why I'm drinking Mountain Dew. So anyway, guys, again, I am willing to give him that, you know, like to just be like all right, so let's see what he's got, you know, let's see what he's gonna do. But like the point is, like, I'm gonna grade him fairly. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, like, does something I don't like, I'm gonna say it, you know. That's all. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, and that's the, like, there's nothing you can do. Like, he won anyway, so like there's nothing you can do about it anyway. So like, he had to be like you. That's what you need to do. You have to give him that chance. And to be honest, it's what you should do. Now, he was elected by the people. Like, this time, like, flat out, he was elected. Like, there's no question. So, yeah, I mean, like, that's the point. Like, we're not gonna act like they did. We're not gonna be them. You know, they acted really messed up when Biden won. So we're not gonna do that. Trump won. That's it. Yeah, well, I mean, the way he's talking, I can sort of kind of tell, but we'll see. Like I said, he has a, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, obviously, and, you know, but yeah, like I said, the speech that he already gave, basically, he sort of just did the exact same thing he always did. He's getting sort of better at it, obviously, and better at speaking and stuff. But flat out, it's just the same. It's the same package he's been selling. He just sort of says, you know, you guys, like, the point is that, like, Biden and Kamala, like, and Obama and other Democrats, like, and even other Republicans, like, the point is they talk about what they're gonna do. They talk about the policies. They talk about what's happening, like, actually what they're gonna do. The policy they're going to introduce. Like, I remember even Biden saying the exact percentage point. I never heard somebody do that before. Maybe Obama a couple times, but, like, he was given exact percentages he was going to do and stuff like that. I was, like, blown away by that. But, like, the point is, he doesn't even have to get that specific. I want him to just at least say something. He really does say he's just going to, like, you know, like, fix this and make it better. And he's going to introduce more jobs in the, what was it, the factories or something like that, you know. I'm just like, okay, how? Like, that's not very specific. Like, he's just saying general things. and then after that, after a very short spiff of that, he just sort of kind of starts insulting Democrats. So, like, it's literally just a play on the fact that those people hate Democrats. That's literally all it is. That's all they want to hear. They just want to hear people talking crap about Democrats. That's it. So, like, that's all he has to do. Yeah, just I hope that he does things I like. I really do. I hope that he does things we all like that are good for the country. That's it. You know, and all right. So let me just tell you guys. Here's if I if I were running for president, like if I were in his position, I'm not doing that or ever. I'm just saying if I were in his position, if I were him, I would actually have a plan I would have put together with JD Vance so that I could talk about it. That's it. I would have done that. I would have just said, "All right, well, let's introduce a bill that essentially puts a piece of legislation, and I don't know how we're gonna do this. So, like, you can work with, you can work with the whoever on that, but like, and he can be even that basic about it with Vance, and the point is that they will know what to do, and so, like, the point is, I would sit there and just be like, well, I want you to work with them on something that actually prevents price gouging, so that way that's all I have to say. I can get up there and give my speech and say that we're going to do a bill that specifically targets price gouging and stops grocery stores and stuff like that from charging too much for grocery items that are things that you need, like things you need to survive, and so that would be essentially what I would tell him I would want to do, so that way I can be at least that specific about it, where I can say, look, we're going to target price gouging and we're going to have a bill for it, and that's how we're going to do that. We're going to target price gouging very specifically, in a way that way there's like some sort of cap in place, so that way you don't have to pay past a certain amount for certain things like bread, milk, and stop this price gouging nonsense. And if there's a shortage on it, then we'll work with the local governments in the area to try to figure out something that we can do to try to aid them with that shortage. We will make this work. I would absolutely get that specific about it and assure them that I have that plan, that we talked about those things, so that way that people aren't thinking, well, he's not being very specific, he's just sort of kind of saying very simple things. I don't think he has a plan. Because the point is, anybody that would put the plan together in their own head realizes he doesn't. That's what you have to realize. Well, that would be it. It would be something like that. It would be something where essentially, yeah, like, you would have a list where, like, there would just be certain items that you would cap where they can't, it's regulated basically. Now it would probably take a little bit. It would be tough to put together, but we would have to do it. So yeah, like, it would be that simple. It would like, to explain anyway. That's the point. You don't have to get all into it. You don't have to get super technical. But the point that I was trying to make is, like, if he's the businessman, why isn't he getting super technical? That's my point. I would love to hear it. I'm actually trying so hard not to sound sarcastic. I actually would genuinely love to hear him talk very technically about business. Having been a business owner myself, I would love to hear him actually talk about it very technically. But I don't. That's the point. I hear him very, very simply talking about business all the time. And even when he was younger, he would just talk really fast and say things that didn't make any sense. So now he can't talk fast anymore. So now like that was the whole point. He had to kind of learn how to public speak again. Yep, exactly. Um with the price gouging and stuff like that, like that's a little bit different. It's a little bit harder to be more specific about that because that's such a big task. However, um, with something else, um, you can be a lot more specific with like percentages and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, like if we're just talking tax rates and stuff like that, that's a percentage. So like I literally could just be specific about that. Well, I'm gonna try to get it down by this amount, this amount. And then because we're gonna get it down by that amount, what we're gonna do is we're gonna backtrack it by 2 years, so that way you get a stimulus payment that backtracks the taxes you paid for the past 2 years to cover the difference of what you missed out on because you didn't have this tax plan before. That would sound awesome. That would sound awesome. I would love that. Because it's literally a stimulus payment for paying your taxes, for being a taxpayer. And then obviously if you didn't pay taxes, well then you wouldn't get that then. And so like, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be a great way to do it too. And so like you could get specific too about percentages and stuff, but obviously then the payment would be based on the tax percentage too. Then you wouldn't even have to worry about, you just do the calculation based on income, obviously, for what you filed for. Yeah, it would be so easy to get specific with stuff like that. That's the point. Like, that's why it's annoying when he doesn't. So, like, that's flat out what I would do. I would just get that specific about it. The point is, if he's a businessman, well, how many times has he not? How many times has he proven he's clearly not? He doesn't. Like, that's the point. I've never heard him talk technically about anything business. Very, very simple stuff. Simple things. We're gonna have we have a plan. It's the best plan. It's gonna be great. And it's gonna be free. Like that's how he talks. This is like it's to sell you on the idea that every, like that it's, like, elect him and all your problems go away. Basically that's it's selling you on that concept. And yeah, like, it preys on desperation. It's awful. I just realized I was down here the whole time. By the way, totally normal stream. Because, wearing one of these on your face, just like a big thing on your face while you're streaming, that's normal. Yeah. You're like really cool. You do that. Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. But I mean, like, obviously there's a difference between selling you on something very simple and very general and selling you on an actual idea. So like that's where I'm at is like basically you kind of yeah, like that's exactly it is like it's almost like is that why nobody has any money because everybody's what? And like that's the point. Like he sells expensive like hats and shirts, and people just act like fans, and like it's just so wrong. He's like making money off of them. The guy's supposed to be rich. No, the candidates don't do that. Yeah, I mean they take donations for their, but they're not like rich like Trump. Like that's the point. Like he's supposedly rich, right? Like so, okay. Since he's so rich and so giving, why does he sell these things like so pricey? Why are they so expensive? Like, why like so much of it? Why are his voters fans and not voters? I've seen his voters refer to other voters that vote for Kamala as fans too. Like they look at other. That's how they look at other voters. They look at them as fans for Kamala. It's not the case. No, we're just picking a candidate. You're a voter. Like that's just how I feel. Like that's just my opinion. But like, I think that's a healthy, reasonable one to have. Yeah. Yeah. So just remember if you need some positivity moving forward, you're concerned about things, you don't know how that stuff's gonna go. Um, this too shall pass. So just remember that. Try to think that way. Try to remember that. Because it will. It just give him that chance, so that way you know that you did the right thing. You didn't go kicking and screaming to the Capitol like they all did. Yeah, exactly. No, but no, that's exactly what that means. You're right. This too shall pass. The wheel of time is always turning. Time waits for no man. All right. Well, it's about that time. It's about that time. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for well, thanks for always supporting. And if I had more time, I would probably have done some games or something. But I just yeah, I don't. So. You gotta love it when companies illegally hide um, ads in Windows as like helpers. So like, I have this like this editing software that Corel put out, and Corel hides these ads that pop up on my screen. They hide them in a thing called Corel Helper. And it just constantly, like, runs in the background, and every once in a while pops up an ad. Yeah, no lie. And, like, the virus protection's totally fine with it and stuff. And here's what's crazy. I have the feature turned on in Windows that says, do not allow in-app ads. Do not allow ads in the operating system. I have that turned on. I have that feature turned on. Like, do not allow. And it's still... It's crazy. It's so dumb. Oh, and the videos, the editing software is absolute trash. It was always trash. It never worked properly. It was always such garbage. Yeah. I paid a lot for that software too. I bought that like a while back. But it wasn't cheap. Oh yeah, well Corel is... Yeah, I mean, they're a reputable company. It's just crap software. And, you know, it's like Ubisoft, sort of. Like, they just load it up with crap that tries to advertise to you. Sort of like that. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Ubisoft app. That thing also, that does the same crap. It tries to run when it's not supposed to. EA does too. Yeah. No, that... It should never pop up. Yeah, Corel. Yeah, it's all the time. Literally just because I have their stupid editing software. And again, paid for editing software that's like, you know what I mean, like CD key and everything. It's not something that is fake. It's reputable company, Corel, supposedly, you know. And you know, I used them like many years ago and it was fine. But this one, trash. And again, like I said, that like it should never advertise in Windows. It just runs in the background and literally gives me pop-ups that advertise this much off and this much off. I remember in the software, there's this thing that comes up when you start the software. It brings up a splash screen every time, and it's an ad, full screen ad, and it has a checkbox that says, "Do not ever show this again." And no lie, no freaking lie, I have checked that box every single time I start the software, and it does nothing. Still the same full screen ad. Yeah, still the same full fucking screen ad when you start the software, thus defeating the purpose of a box that says, "Do not ever display this ad ever again." And they're not even allowed to do that. It's literally illegal to do that. I'm pretty sure there's a law that states that if you purchase the software, like, you would have to agree. Yeah, I mean, like, that was part of it and everything. Like, that is so messed up. They're literally just advertising to you right there in your face every time you start the software. And you bought this. You paid money for this. Like, I can't believe they get away with so much. And again, this stupid thing, just because I have the editing software installed, runs in the background and disguises itself as Corel Helper. And once in a while, like, I'll end it, I'll leave it, yeah, I'll close it, and it just once in a while just starts back up again and pops up a little fucking ad that says, "So much off on this Corel product." Like, what a piece of garbage. Yeah, Corel is garbage. And again, the software never worked properly. Every single time I ever tried to use it, it would always have a million problems. always something different. Like, just a million problems. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, it's you. I forgot about you, actually. What does that mean? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I follow. What do you mean by that? Yeah. Yeah, basically. Freaking add all my product, man. Right? Just says that, but doesn't explain. Totally normal stream. Weird. Alright, guys. I was about getting off, and then I had that pop up, and I started talking about that crap. But yeah, I better go. I better go. I better go. It's time to go. Yeah. I just didn't even answer still. I'm not sure what you mean, but he just says you don't know me. Well, like, I don't know what you mean by, like, I forgot about you. You mean you forgot about my channel? That sucks. Why would you say that? Oh, you're talking about Xylem. Weird. Xylem, sorry. I said Xylem. I don't know why I said Xylem. Xylem, sorry. Oh, because I read his thing. That's why. He's like, it's silent, by the way. It's silent, by the way. Am I saying it right? The X sounds like a Z. Right. Cool. Cool. Well, I just want to make sure the X is a Z sound that I'm saying it right now. You know what I mean? Like, so I get it right, that's all. So I'm not, like, just sitting here, like, saying the wrong thing. Off and. That's one of my favorite plan words. That's a pretty good one. To be offended. The very definition. It was so... That's fantastic. I love it. Fantastic. Bravo. Good to know you have not been corrupted yet. Nobody explain it. Oh, man. Phenomenal. He's a king of couches, man. That's who we're talking about. We're talking about the king of couches. Oh man. Just don't say it out loud fast. Don't do that. Yeah, the couch thing. That's pretty great. That one is funny. Yeah, I mean, because like it works with like comments and stuff. Yes. A layered joke, if you will. Anyway. Oh yeah, it's more joke, yeah. Yellow Family Guy. I don't remember where I found out about that from. I don't think that particular one was Family Guy. The the thing about a smart joke, that was Family Guy. Oh yeah, it's a smart joke. Very smart. Yeah. Video. You're like, ah. What was the what was his name? He was like so uninteresting to listen to. He always wanted to tell some uninteresting story. Peter just like put his hand in his head. Ah. Oh yeah, the surfing bird. Bird is the word. Papa ooh meow meow, papa ooh meow meow, papa ooh meow meow, papa ooh meow meow. Chicken fights are good. Chicken fights were great. I loved the one that they did a crossover with Simpsons, and then they had a chicken fight with Peter, Homer, and the chicken. Right? Wasn't it Peter, Homer, and the chicken, or was it just Peter and Homer? Maybe it was just Peter and Homer. But it was great. Didn't they let Homer win? I don't remember. I don't remember now. It was great. I loved that. That was such a good episode. No, don't, because I don't know that that's accurate. I'm not 100% on that. I love the chicken fights were great. I love it when like there was this one. Remember the one chicken fight where like they're like having the chicken fight, and then eventually they're just like wait, stop, wait. What were we even fighting about? And he goes, to be frank with you, I actually have no idea. And then like they just both start laughing about it. And then like the other like they go out to like dinner with each other's like wives. I think they'll like bring the wives out too. I don't remember. I just know they go out to dinner and like they make up and stuff. And then like it comes down to the check, and then like they both go to grab the check at the same time. He's like, "Oh, I'll pay." No, I got that. Oh no, I insist. And then like of course they just start fighting again. That was great. That was great. That was actually a lesson you were supposed to learn. I'll let you guys learn that one on your own. Yeah. That was good, though. I liked that one. I loved the one with, I love the episodes that they do with, Peter and Brian. Love those. Like the duo episodes. Those were so good. American Dad was great, too. Because you had freaking Patrick Stewart as the as the head of the CIA. That was great. Alright, I better go. I know, I started talking about funny stuff and I want to keep going. Yeah. I know, I didn't either, but it was good. Family Guy's great, South Park's great. Yeah, you too. And, thanks for all the support, everybody else too. Everybody else in support too. Thank you all. Thank you again, Xylan. Awesome. Hello. Is that Kakashi in your icon? Oh no, that's just you. That's like an... What was that, like an AI? That's cool. It's just like... Was that like an AI picture? That's pretty cool. Thought it was Kakashi at first because of the mask. But then I saw it closer and realized it was in fact not. I think it was the tilted thing on the head. What's up? Welcome. Thanks for watching. We were just about to end it. We were just wrapping up. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Why? Because we've been going for over an hour. It's almost 11 p.m. here. I got work tomorrow. Do I need another reason? That's enough. Sound good? Appreciate it though. Thanks for watching. I'll check out what are you, a content creator too? I'll check it out. Looks like you got like some cats in your shorts. That's awesome. Cats are good. Cool, man. Sounds good. Thanks for watching. But yeah, it's time. Appreciate it. All good reasons in my opinion. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I agree. All good reasons. Alright, well, thank you all for your support. Everybody take care. And remember, this too shall pass. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. Even if you didn't support him before, square one, clean slate. Give him a chance. Okay. Take care.